So, since so many of you fuckheads out there don't understand sleep deprivation and think it's just a big fucking trolling joke, and this is just a general, informative video for anybody. I'm not just calling everybody names here. The trolls know who they are. But just real quick here, here's 11, well, this is one article, 11 effects of sleep deprivation on the body. So this article begins with, if you've ever spent a night tossing and turning, you already know how you'll feel the next day. Tired, cranky, and out of sorts. But missing out on the recommended 7 to 9 hours of shut-eye nightly does more than make you feel groggy and grumpy. The long-term effects of sleep deprivation are real. It drains your mental abilities and puts your physical health at real risk. Science has linked poor slumber with all kinds of health problems, from weight gain to a weakened immune system. And it goes on here talking about memory issues, mood changes, risk for diabetes, trouble with thinking and concentration, accidents, high blood pressure, weight gain, risk of heart disease, poor balance. Goes on to say your body needs sleep just as it needs air and food to function at its best. During sleep, your body heals itself and restores its chemical balance. Your brain forges new connections and helps memory retention. Without enough sleep, your brain and body systems won't function normally. It can also dramatically lower your quality of life. A review of 16 studies found that sleeping for less than 6 or 8 hours a night increases the risk of early death by about 12%. You guys hear that? Early death by about 12%. The obvious signs of sleep deprivation are excessive sleepiness, yawning, irritability, and daytime fatigue. Stimulants like caffeine aren't enough to override the body's profound need for sleep. Behind the scenes, chronic sleep deprivation can interfere with your body's internal systems and cause more than just the initial signs and symptoms listed above. Read on to learn exactly how sleep deprivation affects specific body functions and systems. And it goes on, it lists the central nervous system, it lists impulsive behavior, depression, paranoia, and suicidal thoughts even. It goes on to talk about the immune system, the respiratory system, the digestive system, the cardiovascular system, the endocrine system, and then it goes on to giving advice to improving your sleep. There's a whole lot I can do right now. Here's from Harvard University, Consequences of Insufficient Sleep. It says, most people don't get enough sleep. We're a society that burns a candle at both ends, a nation where people stay up all night to study, work, or have fun. However, going without adequate sleep carries with it both short and long-term consequences. In the short term, a lack of adequate sleep can affect judgment, mood, ability to learn and retain information, and may increase the risk of serious accidents and injury, which I'm going to get to in a minute more, elaborate on that. In the long term, chronic sleep deprivation may lead to a host of health problems including obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and even early mortality, which I read about in the other article, a 12% increase. Sleep and disease risk. The price of insufficient sleep may be poor health. Study after study has revealed that people who sleep poorly are at greater risk for a number of diseases and health problems, and now the search is on to discover why this might be. Sleep performance and public safety. Lack of sleep exacts a toll on perception and judgment. In the workplace, its effects can be seen in reduced efficiency and productivity, errors, and accidents. Sometimes the effects can even be deadly, as in the case of drowsy driving fatalities. The National Sleep Foundation has this very interesting article titled Drowsy Driving versus Drunk Driving. How similar are they? If you've ever gotten behind the wheel while feeling drowsy, you're not alone. 60% of adults in the US have done it, and around 1/3 of people have actually fallen asleep at the wheel. Though driving while exhausted may seem relatively harmless, it has serious consequences. You could get into a car accident and possibly harm yourself or someone else. Drowsy driving is dangerous because sleep deprivation can have similar effect on your body as drinking alcohol. Being awake for 18 hours straight makes you drive like you have a blood alcohol level of 0.05. For reference, 0.08 is considered drunk. If you've been awake for a full 24 hours and drive, say, after a night where you just couldn't fall asleep, it's like you have a blood alcohol level of 0.10. You guys hear that? Like, driving sleep deprived is literally scientifically shown and proven to be the equivalent of driving drunk. Oh, but I'm just making excuses, right? I just need to just shut up and, quit being a big whining man baby and just drive and drive and drive and drive until I fall asleep at the wheel. So it goes on to say, both drowsy driving and drunk driving make it hard to pay attention to the road and negatively impact how well you can make fast decisions. But as similar as they are, drowsy driving and drunk driving don't always look the same on the road. A drunk driver can often drive slowly and try to react, but a drowsy driver can nod off while still going fast. So, drowsy drivers don't always brake or swerve if something happens in front of them. And now I'm not going to read the entire article. I'll let you guys read that for yourselves. But just to put that out there, like, sleep deprivation is real shit. Like, it's not a fucking joke, and a lot of people trolling and whatnot have been saying all kinds of stupid shit and just ignoring the issue entirely and saying, oh, he's just making excuses, oh, and this and this and that, and he says that he can't sleep enough to function, but then, and they're just talking all this shit. And so, anyway, there you have it. Sleep deprivation, it's real. Go look it up, read about it, and comment below. Tell me what you think. And quit the fucking trolling. Seriously.